Okay, friends, hello. Happy Monday. I hope you're all doing very, very well. I hope you have a lovely weekend and that you're excited about the week ahead and you have fun stuff that you like to do lined up for this weekend. I'm sorry, for this week ahead, this work week. And if you don't have any fun stuff lined up for the work week ahead, I wonder if you might think about why that is. Why is your life so daunting and terrible? Why do you hate the job you're doing? Have you thought about maybe not doing it? You know you can choose a new thing, right? That's always available to you. Unless, of course, it's not available right now. But you could, if it's not available right now, you can start dreaming up the possibility of what you could choose next. You get that, right? Cool. These are just thoughts in my brain. I have your 3-card spread for you here for this coming week. In the recent past, you've been getting an education on something. In the present moment, you're being encouraged to listen in, pay attention, shut the mouth, open the ears, hear the universe. And the outcome is the Dry Desert card reversed, which is very interesting. If you guys remember I believe it was on Friday, we had the Dry Desert card in the recent past position, straight up and down. So let's learn something about this card in this position, shall we? So in the recent past, you've been getting an education on some topic in your life or more than one topic in your life. Wisdom. Happy Monday, guys. It's the beginning of the week. It could be a great week. You know, a question that's been helping me a lot lately when I wake up on a Monday morning is like, how could this week be excellent? How could today be more fun than I think it's going to be? I wonder what fun, entertaining, miraculous, joy-inducing experiences could arise out of nowhere today. How could today surprise me? What magic and miracles are possible? It's a good question to get your day going. Wisdom comes from participating in life, not just reading about it. This card suggests that you might not have enough knowledge about what you seek, the direction to take, your circumstances, or the nature of your inquiry. Important information is coming. Now is the time to go to school, ask a person who might know more than you do, or find a teacher or a course of study so that you can more clearly understand what the next right action might be. Side note, that reminds me, my affordable energy healing class with OMA Pittsburgh starts again early June. So hop on to omapittsburgh.org to learn more about that. That's if you're looking for some deep transformational healing work, consciousness tools and teachings. We're gonna, the focus of this coming class is we're gonna clear a topic for you on every layer of consciousness. So we're gonna clear karma, past lives, entities, demons, otherworldly influences, this life trauma, unprocessed emotions, other people's energy, projections, rejections, separations, judgments, and conclusions. We're gonna clear like all the layers of a thing or more than one thing, depending on what's going on with you. So omapittsburgh.org. Sometimes life unexpectedly sends you to an unfamiliar school and you must learn by experience. Now is a time to be teachable, open to changing your preconceived notions. Be a student and be willing to state the most powerful mantra of all, I don't know yet. So this is the recent past for you. There's something you don't fully have all the details on yet. There's something you can't possibly make a decision about because you've been busy getting an education about it. And that's okay. That's what happens in life sometimes. Which brings us to our present moment, which is a moment about listening. I always like to remind my students in Star Beings that listening is a thing that happens with the full energy body. It doesn't just happen with your ear holes, right? We're not just listening for words to come in our ears, literally. We're expanding our perceptive ability. In other words, like right now, if you just imagine being aware of the entire edges of the city you're in, relaxing a little more, become aware of the edges of the state you're in, relax a little more, become aware of the edges of the country you're in, relax a little more, become aware of the edges of the earth, relax a little more, become aware of the edges of the galaxy, relax a little more. You're just literally, knocking stuff over, imagining the edges of certain time-space barriers. Just by imagining the edges of certain spaces, you're taking yourself to the edges of those spaces. That's the power of imagination. It's an incredibly powerful tool. So listening, if you expand your awareness and imagine the edges of the galaxy, imagine the edges of the universe, you're going to be able to, because you're so open and you've expanded your field so far, you're going to be able to perceive, aka listen, with your body, with your mind, with your heart, with your ears, with your eyes. You're going to be able to perceive and hear and know and receive information from all directions if you soften your field enough and become receptive and open enough. Okay, so let's see what we're listening about. An open heart will hear the message. Present moment, listening. When this card appears, you're being reminded that there's a time to speak and a time to be silent. Now is an occasion for listening. Pay attention not only to what is being spoken, but also to what is not being said at the moment, for the deeper message is not always obvious. Listen with your heart, not just your ears, and you'll find clarity. Receiving the listening card is a fortunate sign and ensures a greater understanding of your circumstances. Let's hear that last sentence again. Receiving the listening card is a fortunate sign and ensures a greater understanding of your circumstances. Receiving the listening card, fortunate sign. It's a fortunate sign and ensures a greater understanding of your circumstances. If you pay attention, soften, open, and listen. Now the outcome, and let's see, for how long is this outcome? The coming 5 days. We're in the dry desert, but reversed. Okay, so this is very interesting. Also, we are still in that retrograde, so not so surprising that there's a bit of a dry desert reversed vibe for you. The subject of your inquiry is barren and can't give you anything right now. No matter how beautiful and seductive the shimmering glow of a mirage, this is an illusion. When the dry desert card is reversed, it is a warning not to be hypnotized into thinking you will achieve your desire. The well is empty. Consider the gift here, though. Know that while this is not the right place, person, or circumstance for you at the moment, it means that something much better, more fulfilling, and life-sustaining is coming. Celebrate the warning and be grateful. Well, if you're a human being listening to this, I know that's a lot easier said than done. Celebrating the warning and being grateful. I mean, people on it who are deeply spiritual and very surrendered can be like, cool, I'm not going to get what I want, but that means I'm going to get something even better, and I'm celebrating the warning. But for the rest of you who might have some resistance to these words, here's what I would suggest, and let's talk about this. Here is how all healing, integration, spiritual activation for star seeds and light workers and other normal humans works. Here's how all healing works. Okay, I'm going to give you the whole thing right now. If you have resistance to the idea that the thing you want so badly is a dry well in a dry desert and you should not focus on it, but celebrate that because something better, more fulfilling, more life-sustaining is coming, what you want to do is feel into the resistance you have. Go into the resistance. This is the opposite of what short-term, sexy spirituality people on Instagram tell you to do, which is just like be positive and just visualize the outcome you want. And you'll have it. Just make a vision board and like magic and magic and magic and unicorns, mermaids and light. Not always, bitches. Sometimes you're not gonna get what you fucking want. That's part of the sort of experience of life. Why? Not because the universe is trying to torture you or punish you, but because there's something better for you. There's something out there that doesn't match your ideas about what you think you should have. That's more satisfying, more fulfilling for you. So what you do is you feel into the resistance that's coming up for you right now as I say these words and as these cards show you what's going on. Find that resistance in your body. Feel into it. Sit there. Be sad, be mad, feel the feelings and let them process through you. Once they process through, what happens is you come to what's called surrender and gratitude. The thing the card is saying, just do that. Just surrender and be grateful. Well, if you can't because you're pissed and you have resistance, the solution to that is not shove that down and think positively with your mind. That's not the fucking solution. The solution is go in your body, feel the feelings, process them until they're complete. And once they're complete, you're going to find yourself feeling grateful and liberated and open to new possibilities. But one of my great fucking, seems very obvious to me, but it's very hard for a lot of people, teachings that I'm here to offer is like, the only way out is through. You got to go into the thing in order to come to the other side of the thing. I know this because I live it every day and it works for me. Every piece of magic and miracles that's ever shown up in my life has been in part the astrology of my design, but in part the willingness to go into a thing, dissolve the thing by processing it, becoming a new thing, and then making a choice from the space of the new thing I've become. It's not always easy, but it is always simple. This is a simple thing to do, not an easy thing to do. Simple means not a lot of moving parts. Pretty simple. Feel into it, feel it, feel it, feel it. It changes, you're done. Simple. Uncomfortable though, not easy. But that is the way through anything and everything you're up against. So let's review. In the recent past, you've been learning about something, getting the details of something, getting an education about something. Present moment, you're being asked to tune in, expand your awareness, listen. This is an abundant card. This is a card that says you're in a good space. Good things are coming because you're paying attention, listening, perceiving, and receiving. And the outcome is it's not for you, the thing you're obsessed about, but that's good news because something better is coming. I was blessed, or you could say cursed, depending on how you like to look at things, with needing very deeply to learn the practice of surrender in my 20s and early 30s through having had a lot of trauma in my life and a lot of addictions to recover from. I learned a lot about surrender. I learned a lot about the thing I think I want is not going to get me to where I'm actually trying to go. So I've been sort of forced through the pain and the lessons of my life, through the crucible of the teachings that my life has been, to surrender a lot. And what I'm here to tell you, you guys, is when you're being shown that the thing you're obsessed with and really want to have happen isn't going to come to fruition, and you can process your resistance to that, your grief about that, how sad and angry you are about that, which is a normal way to feel. By the way, you're not wrong and unspiritual because you're fucking pissed. When you're able to process those things, those feelings that you're having in resistance to the fact of them not getting what you want, the amount of peace and freedom and wholeness on the other side of that process is so incredibly nourishing that you might discover you don't give a shit about the thing anymore anyway. Because 9 times out of 10, the thing we think we want, we want it because unconsciously we're looking for the peace and the fulfillment and the joy that processing the resistance to not getting it gives us. So in other words, you think that if you get that thing you want, you're going to feel better, but not necessarily. Sometimes not getting the thing you want brings up feelings for you to process that if you were to process them would give you the feeling you want, not the thing you want. Remember, whenever you want a thing, you're looking for a set of feelings. So how can you get those feelings needs met now? And the answer I'm trying to give you is process whatever comes up in resistance to not getting this. Okay, I love you. When you need help with any of that, katierubin.com to book your private session or to book your package of sessions. Check out omapittsburgh.org to come to an affordable energy healing class. We start in early June. Stand-up comedy show, May 28th. Come out to First Coast Comedy on May 28th, which is a Sunday at 7 p.m. Do I have a fucking lineup for you? Holy shit balls. Let's announce it here. Marcus Crespo hosting, Donald fucking Evans featuring, and goddamn Dean Napolitano fucking headlining. And this is I'm a little cranky with myself that there's no women on this lineup, but you know what? I got women everywhere else and all the other stuff I'm doing, and we'll have you back, funny ladies, I promise. This just happened to be like, we're broing out on this one show. It's bro time. That's what's happening. Also, if you're in the Northern Florida area, June 10th, come to Barlow, 1900 Olivia Street. Barlow is the name of the building. 7 p.m. on June 10th, stand-up comedy show. We'll have Marcus Crespo, Anna Lepoli, and Donald Evans on that show. Excellent show. Come on out. Check out Eventbrite for tickets to both of those. The first show on May 28th is called The Best Stand-Up Comedy Show Ever. On May 28th, find us there for your tickets. And I'll give more info about the June 10th show later. If you're an actor in the Jacksonville area, acting class for working actors begins not this week, but next week. There's a Monday day class and a Tuesday evening class. I'm offering Stanislavski, Meisner, and Seth Barish teaching tools for working actors. Check out truestorystudios.com to reserve your seat there. That's trustorystudios.com. And that's it for now.